let me please share with some of you my thoughts about the moon from the ancients to the modern. Among the Chinese, when young, during mid-autumn, you were led to look up at the night sky to study carefully the perfect moon, which we will see tonight, to look for the rabbit and the moon goddess Chang'e, and children were warned not to point at the moon or your ears will be chopped off. And as a child, myself, with naked squinting eyes, I was sure I saw the moon goddess on the moon. Many from this region, like us, but from different cultures, also believed in the rabbit in the moon. And many students studied the poems of the Tang dynasty, serenading the moon and the sentiments of longing, romance, mystery, and what the moon evoked. The celebrated poet Li Bai wrote, "From a pot of wine amid the flowers, I drink alone beneath the moonshine without a partner. Raising my cup, I invite the moon and turn my shadow, which makes me three." So the moon, the poet, and the shadow were three. Then in 1962, what we now call the moonshot speech took place. The US President John Kennedy announced the ambition to place man on the moon by 1970. He called it the hard thing that we must do, because looking ahead, the unknown future, and aiming to do something so unthinkable, it was called the moonshot speech. And in 1969, that moonshot speech became reality. Humans went to the moon on Apollo 11, and we recall, all of us recall, I recall seeing that on TV, astronaut Neil Armstrong taking his first step on the moon and saying, can you all remember? "One small step for man, one giant leap for mankind." An unforgettable and inspiring moment. Then China had its moonshot moment and started their journey to the moon in 2007 and named their project, of course, after the moon goddess Chang'e. And Chang'e orbited around the moon first, and then the spacecraft in several missions. In its fourth mission, the spacecraft landed on the far side of the moon, the first time ever by humankind. And the last mission had taken samples of soil from the surface of the moon. The aim is to expand our knowledge of the moon and surfaces, and also, obviously, to source for the rare minerals that our industry need. Next step, China aims to send a crewed mission to the moon. And the USA, more than 50 years after Apollo 11, is going back to the moon. The US project Artemis is the Greek name of the huntress, will send a woman astronaut this time and a non-white astronaut, and perhaps from there, having gained knowledge, off to Mars. The launch to the moon, still uncrewed, robotic, will take place very soon next week. And may the astronomer, when she reaches the moon, say, "One step for womankind," and the non-white, and a leap for humanity. But back to Earth, where we are gathered for this largest moon of the year, I would like to quote my husband's favorite haiku by Basho. "Clouds come, giving men a chance to pause from looking at the moon." And while thinking of the many developments and ambitions surrounding the moon, I'm hoping we can just be here quietly to contemplate the moon. The science shows that there are multiple benefits if we sit in the dark and contemplate the moon and look for the moon. Because when we do engage in what's called moon gazing, our breathing slows down and we exhale longer than we inhale. It appears that long exhaling is affected and extended by moonlight. And so we are connected to ourselves and many good things happen. But for all the science and the star wars that are taking place above our head, the most important issue is the humans under the moon. The question before us is what are the acts that we need to make this a better and safer place. I thank Gachan and Rees for this moment of respite, for as we ponder not only humanity's journey to the moon, but our journey with nature, we ask ourselves, what counts and what must we do? To let us look up at the moon and think, what is our own moonshot dream? What do we want the moon to represent? A happy mid-autumn to all. Long may we have bountiful harvests on land and a moon of beauty. For that to continue, we have to do much more. Thank you.